Welcome students. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Today we are going to discuss about the flagellation in bacteria. Bacteria show movement due to presence of locomotory organs in the form of flagella. However, some bacteria are also non-flagellated ones. Today I am going to discuss about the different types of flagellations in case of bacteria. Bacterial flagellation. Bacterial flagellation. Flagella, as you already know, that is a locomotory organ for movement of bacteria. Bacteria can move with the help of these flagellas. And on the basis of flagellation, bacteria are divided into two categories. One is called as flagellated bacteria, and second group you have, that is non-flagellated ones, non-flagellated bacteria. And on the basis of position of bacteria with respect to the body, flagellated ones are divided into number of types. First type you have that's called monotrichous, monotrichous, monotrichous. It is that type of bacterial cell where a single flagella is present at one side of their body. For example, I will show you. It is a bacterial cell, rod-shaped bacteria. It is having a single flagellum at either end of their body. It is called monotrichous. Second, cephalotrichous, cephalotrichous. Cephalotrichous. In this type of flagellation is a bacterial cell wherein not one but a group of flagella or tuft of flagella are present on one side of their body. Tuft of flagella are present on one side of their body. This type of flagellation is called as cephalotrichous. Third type is amphitrichous. It is that type of flagellation where a single flagellum is present on either side of their body. A single flagella, here one. A single flagella is present on either side of their body. And fourth one that is Lophotrichous, Lophotrichous, Lophotrichous. In this type, a tuft of flagella are present on either side of their body, like this. And a group of flagella are present on either side of their body. It's called Lophotrichous. And last one is that's called Peritrichous. Peritrichous, Peritrichous. While flagella are distributed throughout the whole of their body. Here 1, here 2, 3rd, 4th, 5th. They are distributed throughout the whole body. It's called as peritrichous type of flagellation. And in case of non-flagellated one, we have a single type called as atrichous. A-T-R-I-C-H-O-U-S. Atrichous means bacteria without any locomotor organ, without flagella. Without flagella are called as atrichous types of bacteria. This was about the bacterial flagellation, and on the basis of bacterial flagellation, we have different types of conditions in case of bacteria. Then, after bacterial flagellation, I will take another topic that is very important from examination point of view, and this is the topic by which we can differentiate different groups of bacteria, especially two groups of bacteria. One is called as gram-positive bacteria and second is called as gram-negative bacteria. That means I will show you the technique how we can differentiate two groups of bacteria on the basis of this technique. That is bacterial staining. Bacterial staining, also called as gram staining. Also called as gram staining. Also called as gram staining. Bacterial staining or gram staining is a technique used to differentiate two major groups of bacteria, two major types of bacteria. One is called as gram positive and is called as gram negative. Gram positive and gram negative. And this technique was first developed by a Danish microbiologist. It was developed by a Danish microbiologist, Christian, C-H-R-I-S-T-I-A-N, Christian Gram, in 1884. That's what's called as gram staining. What do you mean by staining? Just like in case of clothes we use dye called as dyeing. Similarly, in case of bacteria, in order to differentiate two groups of bacteria, we use a dye, we use a stain. That's called as staining. That's called staining. And the stain that was used by, the color or stain that was used by Christian Gram consists of number of components. First, it consists of number of components. That is, first, crystal violet. Crystal violet in order to stain bacteria. Second, 0.5% iodine solution. Iodine solution. It is used as mordant, M-O-R-D-A-N-T, so as to increase the penetration power of stain. Increase penetration power of stain. And third, you have acid ethyl alcohol. or acetone. It is used for washing. And fourth one is that is a green stain that's called as safranin. Inshallah, I will show you in a schematic manner how Christian Graham stain these bacteria and differentiate two groups of bacteria on the basis of that very staining. You have a bacterial preparation. You have a bacterial preparation. That bacterial preparation consists of both types of bacteria, that is gram positive as well as gram negative. Then this bacterial preparation is stained with, first stain, that is crystal violet. It is stained with crystal violet. What happens? All the bacteria, they take stain, they are stained. All bacteria turns bluish. Now, after that, we use 0.5% iodine solution so that stain gets fixed. That means stain gets fixed. After that, we wash it with ethyl alcohol or acetone. And when we wash the slide with ethyl alcohol or acetone that contains this fixed bacterial preparation, two groups of bacteria get separated. One group stain does not come out. In one group of bacteria, stain does not come out. But another group of bacteria, stain comes out. Stain comes out. And when stain comes out, the bacteria turns colorless. That means this bluish color, it comes out and the bacteria now became colorless. Another step, stained with, that one, that is safranin. And again stained with safranin. And the one group of bacteria where stain does not come out, the bacteria still remains bluish. Bacteria still remains bluish. While as the bacteria where stain comes out and we add this safranin stain, bacteria turns red. And this group of bacteria which remains bluish from first step to last step are called as gram positive bacteria. Gram positive because they show positive results with the gram staining. Whereas those bacteria which becomes red when stained with safranin are called as gram negative bacteria. gram-negative bacteria. With the help of this staining procedure, Christian Graham differentiate two groups of bacteria. One is called as gram-positive bacteria, second called gram-negative bacteria. Since gram-negative bacteria are more pathogenic than gram-negative bacteria due to presence of lipopolysaccharides in their cell walls. And in case of gram-negative bacteria, they contain more concentration of peptidoglycans instead of lipopolysaccharides. Inshallah, I hope that you understand my lecture, understand these two topics, flagellation in bacteria as well as bacterial staining, or also called as gram staining. Inshallah, in the next lecture we will come with another topic. Till then, good day, have a good night. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.